So I'm just on the way to a viewing with a high-risk prospective tenant. It's important that I do this one myself. So let me explain. Now, the gentleman has actually been in touch with us for a good few months now. They came to view two properties, in fact. So the first one, they didn't allude to the fact that they had some credit issue. And the second one, when they actually did go for one of our properties, we went for referencing, and it turns out they had like 2 CCJs back in 2018 and a bankruptcy, which, you know, stuff like that you really need to tell people in advance. I mean, he did say he had a CCJ, but he didn't say that he had 2 CCJs and a bankruptcy. So sadly, he failed referencing. Now, gentleman's actually, you know, comes to us as a nice person, nice decent person. They provided everything I needed. They should have been a bit more upfront, forthcoming with their credit issue. But by and large, they were amicable and they were quite pleasant about it. And you know, he's been persistent. So so the situation is that apparently his mum had a health issue and he had to leave the country, go back to his other country to look after her. And as a result, because it was quite sudden, he was landed with you know, some CCJs. So I guess some debt builds up for whatever reason. It happens, but a bankruptcy, though, maybe that's a technical thing, that he had to declare bankruptcy. But anyway, so that was 5 years ago. So, you know, after 6 years, it does get removed from your credit file anyway. But the fact that, you know, we know about it is does make things a bit more complicated. So he's back. He's been back, I think, almost a year now. He came back and rented a room with the view that you know, he will be bringing his family back, his wife and kids. And he's on, I think, about 35k a year. So if it was just for himself, yes, he will pass referencing on a whole property. But with a family for 3-bed, that's going to be tight. And he can't provide a guarantor either. That said, you know, he does seem like a nice guy. He does seem quite sincere. I've been doing this for, you know, about 20 years. That people, what I'd like to take what people say at face value. You have to also assume that what they say or what they claim might not be wholly accurate. Just keep stuff like that in mind as a landlord or a lettings agent. But anyway, so I like to take things at face value, you know, potentially give them a try. So I'm going there now to meet them, take a viewing in person. It's a 3-bed house. So, you know, what would you do in this situation? As I said, the main issue is actually his 2 CCJs, one for about 400 and one for about 1500 back in 2018, and it's 2023 now, and I think it was declared bankruptcy. Oh, sorry, he said apparently he's paid off, so he's satisfied both CCJs now. I'm asking for evidence of that, although currently on his credit profile it's not showing as satisfied, but clearly important. You know, I've done his referencing from his employment landlord, and they're fine. But anyway, so, you know, what would you do in this situation? I'd love to hear about it. And if you like to hear or know what I'm going to do and how I'm going to structure it, then let me know in the comments.